When it comes to moving, being prepared is your secret weapon. Planning ahead, decluttering, and budgeting can save you a ton of last-minute headaches. If we haven't met before, my name is Dawn Morgan. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty, and I serve the Edmonton and surrounding area, and I'm here to make your move easier. Let's dive in. Number 1, planning and preparation. Let's plan your move as far in advance as possible, especially if you're moving from out of the province or to a new city. Let's establish a budget for those packing items, unforeseen costs, and transportation to your new place. Number 2, let's streamline the process. Before you start packing, start decluttering, donate, and give away any items that you don't need. Anything that is garbage, let's get to the dumpster so you're not paying to move it to your new home. Number 3, choosing professional help. So if you are using movers, always check Google reviews, get some recommendations from family or friends, or ask strangers on the internet. Personal references mean so much more than just what a company website says, and you want to be sure to make sure you do your research thoroughly so you're not ending up in a costly predicament. Number 4, effective packing. You're going to pack the non-essentials first, being sure to color code and label all of your boxes, even if it seems small. Also, be sure to pack an essentials box for that first few nights. That way you're not rushing to find the toilet paper when you gotta go. Once you have a move date and you're ready to go, be sure to update your address and move your utilities to your new property. Next up, valuables and inventory. So be sure to keep your valuables with you in your own vehicle or the way you're transporting yourself to your new property. Create an inventory list of your belongings for moving and insurance purposes. Next up, we have your logistical considerations, meaning measure your furniture, make sure it will fit in your new place, make sure it will fit in the stairwells, make sure it will fit through your doorway. Many times, and I've experienced this myself, I haven't taken that stuff into consideration, and I've had to get rid of stuff that I just paid to move to my new house because I just simply cannot get it in my new place. Next up, we have communication and support. You're going to be sure to tell your family and friends about your move. Perhaps they can help, or perhaps they can help with pet or childcare during your move. Safety and preparedness. So not only are you going to pack a first aid kit that's easily accessible, you are also going to have all of your documents and your important things prepared in a nice, easy to access box, just in case there is an emergency. Next up, electronics and your data backup. So you are going to take photos of all of your electronics, especially if you're leaving them with the movers, just in case. And then you're also going to back up everything should something break in the move. You have access to all of your documents and important things still. You're going to finalize your moving day essentials. Like I previously mentioned, this does include that first day box with toilet paper and other necessities, but it also includes a toolkit so you can put your furniture back together again. Then we have special consideration. This is your fragile items. Let's pack them up very carefully. If you can, keep them with you for your move. Don't leave them with the movers just in case they break, especially if they have sentimental value. You just don't want to risk it. Next up, weather. As we know, in Canada, weather is completely unpredictable, so be sure to take that into account when you're moving. One of the biggest examples that I like to use is I'm from Northern Ontario originally, and the highway that leads between Edmonton and where I'm from is a single lane highway on both sides. And if we're moving in the wintertime, that's just a no-go. We don't even drive home or back to my hometown in the wintertime, because if there is an accident, you are just stuck on the highway in the middle of nowhere with no way around for hours on end until that accident is cleaned up. So being sure to take that kind of stuff into consideration is super important, especially if moving in the wintertime. Cleaning. I always recommend, if you can, and if it's in your budget, hire professional cleaners. They will make your life so much easier, and hopefully, if you are renting, also get your damage deposit back. Next up, we have refreshments and snacks. Consider packing a cooler for your day of move, so if you get thirsty or snackish or peckish, It's easy to just grab something and keep going instead of having to stop and either unpack all of your food or head out to a restaurant. Next up, we have health and medication. If you are on medication and you have not packed the stuff into your essentials box, be sure to leave your meds easily accessible just in case you need them for moving day or for the first few days while everything is absolute chaos. We don't need you skipping those as well. Insurance. Not only do you need to update your home insurance, your car insurance, pet insurance, anything like that, you also need to let them know that you are moving and have your insurance on your new place in time, but also potentially moving insurance, because if something breaks during your move, you want to be able to have that covered should you need it. Next up, we have pet and child planning. Obviously, if you can, send your young ones to childcare if you're in the same area. Pets, maybe have them hang out with a friend for the day or whatever while you make your move. If you are moving long distance, obviously this might not be possible, but if there is a way to have less distractions during moving day, it might be a lot easier. Next up, we have inspections. When you arrive at your new place, make sure you do all the necessary inspections prior to you moving your belongings in, just in case there is any damage either from the movers or previous damage that might need to be noted. Plant transportation. So I am a huge plant lover. I would probably just need a moving truck just for my plants alone. And if you're anything like me, or even have a small collection of plants and you're moving in the wintertime, you need to figure that out, because they're just not okay to be riding in the back or in the trunk. It's just not warm enough for them. So making sure and having a plan ahead of time is absolutely necessary. Second to last, we have mail forwarding. This is super duper important. You can go on the Canada Post website, sign up for a 4 or 12-month subscription. It's actually a very low cost subscription you can do that will forward all of your mail from your old address to the new address. This makes life so much easier, especially once you're starting to update all your addresses if you didn't do it ahead of time, because there are things you're going to forget. And by having your old mail all come to your new house, you're able to go through and make sure you have updated everything. And lastly, keeping a positive mindset. Moving is stressful, and being prepared as much as you can obviously helps, but it still is going to be a stressful experience. By maintaining a positive mindset and trying your best to just be absolutely prepared for everything will just make things so much easier on you. Be sure to celebrate the exciting parts of making your move to your new home. Things can be stressful. We know it always happens. Moving sucks, but keeping that positive mindset and staying calm is probably the most important thing you could really do, because it will make things just so much easier. If you're ready to make your move to home ownership in the Edmonton or surrounding areas, my contact details will be in the description below. I hope this video helped you with some really great moving tips to make sure you're prepared. And if there's anything else you need, feel free to reach out. Best of luck with your move.